Gavra GT3 is super rare. What brings energy? You there?
Yeah, 1 second. We're loading.
We're loading.
Yes. I'm just quickly going to check my voice.
Seconds, time it. You ready?
Right.
All good?
Mhm.
Right, I'm starting now. Wait 15 seconds. Good morning, good afternoon, and
Ooh. I thought it may have lagged them out.
very sorry everyone, we are just having technical issues at the moment. We will be back in the lobby very shortly. Very sorry for the inconvenience. James,
Mhm.
I'm having a lot of problems. I don't know. Let me just. Oh god. Okay, drum head supply. I've done everything. I'm gonna see if I can just.
Was Kiwi Lad the first one out? Yes, it was.
James, could you comment if anyone come up? I can't see anything right now.
Alright, hello to everyone who is, Billy, hello. Frederick says SLT. Good for him. Oh, we're looking at Fox. Oh, yeah, they lost the back end there.
So hello everyone, I'm very sorry for that inconvenience and technical difficulties. It is the internet that is not holding up too well, but should be absolutely fine now. We are here at the Walkland Glen GP here in America, and tonight I'm very proud to be joined here tonight by James. Hello James, how you doing?
Hello everyone, and yeah, hello, I'm fine, thanks.
Great. How are you? What times are you expecting at the moment from these cars? Low 41s or maybe dipping into the 30s maybe?
I don't know really. I would say for qualifying, possibly for 40s, high to low 30, no, high 30s, low 40s. That's what I was just what I said there.
It could be possible. The lap record around here is a 1 minute 41.9. We might be able to beat that today, but we'll just have to wait and see. For qualifying, we are currently in practice with only 5 minutes remaining. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the first 5 minutes due to just technical problems, but we're now all sorted. As the standings now show, heading into the second leg of the season, ESR Sind is leading with 86 points, 10 more than Fox. Fox in the pre-season testing for this Super League GT3, he was on fire. I thought personally that he was going to be the man to beat, but Sind has definitely stepped up to his teammate and just said to him, I'm winning this championship, not you. A few drivers will have to serve their LLP today. That is Sind, followed by Hajek of Sweden. Boston Rowe has to serve 1. Ibridge has to serve 3. And Evil Dragon has to serve 3 as well. Unfortunately, Evil Dragon not able to score points this season. Harry Butter, we saw last time out in Monza before we had the 1 week break, actually won in Monza, surprisingly, in the second leg of the race where the rain stopped and the sun came out. We saw Kiwi Dad leading that race. We saw him fight with Fox for the race at the start of the race where they both had a little bit of an incident, which we later reviewed and was okay. It was just a racing incident. But Kiwi Lad thought he was going to win, but just dropped off the pace, unfortunately. James, who are you thinking for qualifying here today at Watkins Glen?
It really depends on what kind of car you've got, I would say. But to be honest with you, Allo Champs has a very good, looks very good so far, and I think he could be good for qualifying. So too for Fox, who you can see right now on the screen. So I think it'll be them two who do it well. But if you think about at the moment what we've had, maybe the Bentley could be getting up there.
The Bentley can definitely get up there. He is a very fast driver this year. I think he's just struggled this year due to that sheer weight of the car, I think. And the weight of the car can definitely impact on what is happening with basically trying to go around a track very fast. It can always upset the car. You have to try to counter the oversteer or even get up.
Well, hello then people, just quickly to say we are here live on my channel, this channel here. They have been on live on this for ages, but yeah, please do apologise. I've got somebody else who's live, who's been like the lead commentator on this, so yeah, hopefully you do enjoy. Please smash like and subscribe as well, and yeah, I'm heading back now to Gavra League, so see you in a bit.
Watkins Glen GP, the driver to look out for today is most definitely got up here. The driver to look out for today is Cash Innits. Where is he? See? No, he's not here. No, sorry, it's one of our most experienced drivers of this GT3 league is definitely Ibridge. So make sure to have a look around for him because he is the most experienced driver on this track. So this
There
is a
he
very
is.
technical track. Oh, he is in the Ferrari. He's done right this season. He is currently 13th in the championship, unfortunately. But he could probably get a good result here today. He's the most experienced. He knows all these tracks. He's done 5 out of the 6 seasons. So hopefully he's all ready for this season. So before we end qualifying, we are just gonna okay. A little bit all over the place today. Sorry. James, these cars round this track. It's quite a fast track. I mean, around the corners, you got to take a lot of speed, especially through the first sector. The more speed you carry, is the better. What do you think downforce settings will be like? More high or a little bit more low?
Probably lower around the circuit to get around here, I would say. But I would say you need to get your wits about yourself and keep going around here because it is a demanding circuit, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. It's a very demanding circuit, especially on the tyres. It really is.
Yeah.
Just burning that rubber will definitely set you back and lane in the race. And that is practice complete. As we get it on board of Snaker and other champs who's just completed final lap. A beautiful track here in America. Absolutely lovely track to drive on, I suppose, for these drivers. Reminds me a little bit of Bathurst, a little bit through all the tight corners and tyre barriers all over the place. So we are going into the final few seconds of the practice here today, which I should probably spread some new news that's just been going on in the world and social media today. The brand new Formula 1 2019 game has actually been announced, which I'm very excited for. James, are you excited for that game, or are you not too interested with Formula 1 at the moment?
Yeah, I'm excited for that game to come out. There's been a few leaks about that game. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna say one thing
Go ahead.
about the game. Somebody is this. Oh, you just okay. Anyway, the one thing about the game which I'm gonna say is that you can customize cars now. You can put your own liveries on cars.
Yes, yes. That'll be. They've released it as only multiplayer at the moment. Hopefully that gets integrated into career mode, because I know I would definitely love to have that in career mode, like building up your own team over time and then winning world championships with your own team over time. It'll be absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
I think. Heading into qualifying now, we'll talk more about Formula 1 midway through the race. Once it all dies down, everyone's settling down into their position on the track, as we are on board with ESR. Sin leading the World Championship by 10 points to his teammate and comfortably leading that Constructors' Championship at the moment. It's only round 5, so he's got to be careful about the Constructors, and he's definitely got to be careful about the drivers. Fox definitely catching up, James. Do you think he might be able to overtake him in the championship this round?
Yeah, I think he may do. I think he's got a good chance today. Last time out, they had a bit of bad luck on the first couple of corners, and it cost them a bit of a slender lead at the top. But other than that, I think I think they will be fine.
Yes, and that was a very controversial first corner. Sim went out, and then it was the third corner where Fox went out.
Yeah.
Fortunately, for them,
we have
I think they were doing very well.
Sorry, just tell you, we have something in the chat from Tobias, who is telling us what he thinks for qualifying. He says, I think the ERS boys will be 1 and 2.
Very confident.
Yes, oh yeah, he is confident with that one.
I think they are very fast, especially in that Lambo. That Lambo's is definitely the fastest this year. And hopefully they can show that on track today. As he rounds the final few corners, going up to his lap and around the final corner now. Shall we ride on board with this, James? Do you want to talk through the lap or?
I'll let you do that if you want.
Alright, headed down to turn 1, heavy braking to the 90-degree right-hander. Try to get on your power as quickly as possible. Run over the curb a little bit. It will not really affect your time too much, but run a little bit too much. There might be a few track limit warnings. Heading through this tight section here, make sure you get your car planted or you will be in that wall. And I don't think that'll be much of a pretty sight seeing a Lamborghini in a wall, especially for the driver. Heading down into the next right, then left, then back to the another left, and then onto the right, back onto the short little straight. Keep onto the curb as much as possible. Just keep it tight, keep it tidy, and on the power. And keep on just going down this little hill here. Left-hander. Just try to be steady on the throttle, and then throttle all the way out through the exits of it. Next corner, the 180-degree right-hander going uphill, quite off camber, hard to get on the throttle, but he does so very well. A little bit of a long straight here, and then it is a heavy braking into a 90-degree right-hander, and that is a time of. Is that a time? Where is he? Was it disallowed that lap? I can't really see anything. I think that lap time was disallowed. Wait, I'm confused right now.
No, out of the last corner he comes now across the line and goes top. Oh no, goes second.
Kiwi lad, stealing it by almost 4 10, and then who is that? That is Boston Rowe in second place, stealing the second position off of Sims, and Kiwi Lad fastest so far by 2/10. James, did you expect Kiwi Lad to be that fast?
No, not really. I didn't expect him at all to be quick.
He's done really well for himself.
Yeah, I thought he'd be around 4th or 5th in this stage.
Yeah, I think he would in that Audi. But he's done well for himself. He did well in Monza. Unfortunately, having that luck where he just didn't have the pace in the dry sessions. But he's done well so far.
Let me just quickly look at the timings just to check one thing quickly, guys, for you. We're looking at 14th, and yes, he's got a 1 place grid place penalty, so 14th for the moment, which is that Gavra?
Haverans?
Yeah,
anyway, run?
He's got a 1 place grid place penalty, just to say, guys. That's why I put this on the screen for you.
Thank you very much, James. That was very helpful to me and the viewers all watching at home.
Right.
So please send us any comments, any questions, any queries that you have on the Racing League. You can find all our social media and our website down below in the description. And yeah, please come and join us for next round and stay with us for Watkins Glen GP as we'll find out the victor here at the Watkins Glen GP here in America. So far. And Sins, quite a lot of damage to that car. Doesn't really look too pretty now, unfortunately.
Nobody.
That's Boston Rowe. Where is Boston?
He's 3rd.
Ah, he's 3rd. 4 tenths off. Not too bad for himself.
I'll be the guy. I'll tell you all tonight what the championship is. Just quickly tell you that is Javier Ans, I think that's how you say it. He's top now with a 142.9. So out of nowhere, the Bentley's on top.
Out of nowhere, especially with that heavy thing. I definitely want to be driving that thing around this track, high speed, left, right, left. I mean, wow, he's done really well for himself there, and you can just see his speed going through this little chicane area. He's taken a lot of speed, he is. He's done very well for himself.
And
So
I'll
we
sorry.
have... You go, you go.
And I'll just take. I'll be reading the comments out for you if you want.
Yes, please do send in all of your lovely comments so James can answer them.
Henberg has said, "How's the championship?"
I shall do that for you. Sind, ESR Sind, is currently leading by 86 points, by 10 points to his teammate ESR Fox. It is then followed by Harry Buddha on 76, Kiwi Lovelad on 72, Hijack of Sweden on 51, Allo Champs on 46, Boston Row on 45. That is your top 7 drivers, all spread out about 40 points there. 41. Is that? Yeah, it's 40 points there.
Yeah. We'll look a bit. Well, let's go and look a bit further down then at the field. Let's look at Hijacker.
There's a bit of metal there on the front bonnet, a little bit open. That will cause quite a lot of drag, I believe. But so far, Hijack of Sweden in 8th. He's not done too bad for himself. Hijack of Sweden actually 5th in the constructors. He's done very well for himself this season, and hopefully he can challenge more at the front as the season goes on. So with the 1 minute 30 left in this session, I think everyone will be trying their hardest to get a lap in and make it really fast around this track. As we see Javier, I'm sorry if I mispronounced names, is in the lead, followed by ESR. That's Sind, or is it Fox? It is Sind, and then followed by his teammates. Quite close at the top. The top 5 only spreaded by 5/10 of a second. And now it is into the last, just about under a minute now. About 40 seconds remaining until we end off this practice session. If you cross the line before the time is up, you can complete that lap. If you don't, unfortunately, that's over. It's over for you.
I've got a comment saying, "I think Fox will get top 2 and his in this session, and Sins will get 3rd."
That's a very good suggestion there. Thank you very much. We'll just see what happens over time.
Oh, I think Sins has finished. Has he? No, he's nearly at the end of his lap. He is here. It'll be interesting. I think personally, it'll be interesting to see how their 2 teammates actually do today.
It will be. It definitely will be. One leading the World Championship. It'll be very interesting to see who will win or not, and to see if they actually cause any contact going to turn 1. That is a very difficult corner, turn 1. A 90-degree right-hander. It ain't always fun going through there too wide. But as Fox ends his lap, he actually goes back into the pit lane, and that is his qualifying over.
So at the moment, it will be Sind. He'll be Sind. He'll be top of the timesheets, and Javier will be 2nd because of his 1 place grid place penalty.
Yes, he will be, and Ibridge actually falling back in 15th, the most experienced driver, unfortunately not able to set a lap, and that is the qualifying session over. Your top 3 are spreaded by only 2/10. Javier Ranz has got a 1 place grid penalty, so unfortunately will go down to 2nd. Sind will now take over the first place position, the pole position here in Watkins Glen, and Fox is followed. Kiwi Lad, Boston Road, Alla Champs, Hijacker Sweden, ID Forgets. You're a bit to go. James, your thoughts on qualifying?
I think it's very, very surprising when Javier got that second position, really.
Yeah, that is the most interesting thing. I'd like to know what he got that grid penalty for. I'd definitely like to know that. I might be able to find that after the stream.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait. It's about another minute until we actually get ready, while people are just sorting out all their fuel loads. Predictions. Please put all your predictions in the comments. James, your predictions for this race? My predictions are that Sins will lead for a few laps going into town when he's got the inside line. I think then Javier will definitely catch up and may overtake Sins on around about lap 10. And then Fox will drop back a little bit and have a fight with Kiwi Lad for the whole race. With the pit stop phases, it'll just be important to see what happens. Hello, James.
Hello.
What are your thoughts for this race? Who do you think is going to win?
It depends. I don't know, but the person who I'm rooting for is Fox to win this one.
Ah, okay, so different to me. I'm saying his teammate.
Yeah. Or if Kiwi Lad can actually get a good start, then maybe I think he could be one of the good shouts to actually win this race. But it's 33 laps though. It's a very long race, and I think there will definitely be one pit stop for everyone to do. I think in this one.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a blast around this Watkins Glen GP. We've got the full coverage of the 2019 Gavra Racing Super League GT3 League here on YouTube as we head on to the Watkins Glen GP. It's only a few seconds. Let's go, go, go. And the Lamborghini's off to a great start. Sid already in the lead. Goes on to the outside positions. The Bentley looking for a move. Oh, the car's a little bit too big enough going into the first corner as we get a shot at the Ferrari. And I don't think there's anything happening at the back. The Nissan right up that McLaren's arse. And that Merc as well, as we see Sind in the lead and leading as the Nissan goes for the move on the McLaren already, in the Porsche, and the Merc already looking into the next corner. Can the Nissan get the next McLaren as he goes down the inside? He's got him. He's already made up 2 positions in a straight, and he's just gone a little bit too wide, braked a little bit too late, and he's lost a lot more than he gained. James, what are your thoughts on the start?
Wow, what a start though there in that one, and as well, Kiwi Lad up to 3rd already in this one. It looks like Fox is dropping down the order here.
He really is, and down to 4th place from his 3rd place. I said he might have a fight with Kiwi Lad this race, and well, he's already in front of him. And his teammate Alla Champs looking for a move on the Lamborghini. Look how fast that Audi is compared to the Lamborghini in the slipstream.
We said that last
it
time
won't
out.
Be long. Yeah, we did definitely see that last time out in the Monza GP, where there's a lot of straights there. And Fox is in the wall. Fox is in the wall, and he's had a little bit of a damage on the right side of his car. I don't think that'd be too controversial to his lack of performance, but he's going a little bit wide in the final corner. No, it's just a normal racing line, sorry. But so far, Alla Chance might be able to overtake Fox. If Fox can make a little bit of mistake from this damage, he might have suspension damage, he might have anything, he might have front bonnet damage. But so far, our race leader is ESR Sins at the moment with his teammates.
We have somebody off. We have somebody off.
Forward.
Let me go back and have a look for you. What happened here then?
The Porsche and the McLaren. The McLaren's spinning in the Porsche in anger when he's flashing his lights. We'll definitely have to look back at that at the end of the Grand Prix. It looks like the McLaren's got a little bit of damage on that side. of this car. Wow. But McLaren are having a great start to this Grand Prix then.
Let's head back and look at the lead battle then, because it's closed down. The gap has now to 0.7.
7 tenths now, and we got a little bit of a off-focus cut there. There we go. Kiwi lad though, where's Javier gone? Have he? I don't know how to say his name. And he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Doesn't actually look to have too much damage on that front. But why is he in the wall? And now his teammate is passing him now. What has happened to him? And he's got no damage. Was it just a mistake? Well, that Merc has got a lot of damage, and the Porsche behind on this end has also got a lot of damage. A lot of expensive parts here, James, already on the first 2 laps here with Glenn. Oh, and the Porsche is in the wall, and he's lost his rear wing, and his front looks like just looks stupid now. I mean, like he spin. Wow, it just looks ugly now. I thought a Porsche would look great, but no, it just looks ugly. It looked great. Great start, great stuff. I do not know who that is. We'll find out in a minute. Sind is leading, still by 1.6 seconds to Allo Champs. What controversy for having then? Sorry if I mispronounced things. But surprising there. Fast in qualifying, the planning crashes.
Yeah, just to say as we go onto this screen, 7th, Pat, is that Pat here? Anyway, Pete has got a 1 second penalty, and so has I'd Forget has got a 1 second penalty as well.
And it's staying as it's almost staying as it is. ESR within pole position, but Kiwi moving up 2 positions in this Grand Prix with Sin's teammate Fox in 3rd now after Javier's crash. He is now back to 10th place. Allo Champs, we're riding on board with him, getting tracked down by Boston Row. We'll try to, but Allo Champs is definitely catching up to the Lamborghini, one of the Lamborghinis of Fox so far. Please send me any comments about your reactions on the first few laps here at the Watkins Glen GP. Love to hear from you guys. So far, so good for ESR. Sins still leading. Hasn't lost a position yet this Grand Prix, so he's done very well for himself. I'd just like to know about Javier. What has happened to him?
Oh, we've got that exactly here for you. Tobias says, I saw on Fox's stream that Javier spun by himself. Spun by his own, so like spun on his own pretty much.
Got it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tobias, for sending that in. Must have got onto the thoughts way too early. We'll just have to find out later why he spun by his own. But we're just right on board now with Allo Champs. I think everyone's just trying to settle down now. Everyone's just trying to find their pace. And yeah, everyone's settling down as Kiwi Lad is now 2 seconds away from Sin. Sin is just pulling away now as we ride on board the hijack of Sweden. Already gaining 2 positions this Grand Prix and catching up to the Ferrari quite easily. No damage for him, luckily. Where there has been quite a lot of damage for other cars, but he's the one who is keeping clean.
Billy just put what a crazy start to the race.
It really was a crazy start. And what a start from Sins. To get off the line is very difficult from a standing start. It was absolutely great standing start from him. As we are riding board with hijack of Sweden going up the hill into the tight left-hander, trying to get on the back of that Ferrari and Audi in front of him. Sins still keeping a gap of maintaining about 2 seconds. So far, so well for him. As we ride on board now with Boston Road, trying to catch up to the Audi. Keep that lad's teammates, which is Aloe Champs. Very technical this track is. It's very difficult. I suggest. When I drove around it, I just found that I was sliding off every single corner. And it's a good thing, you know, I'm thinking in my mind, it's a good thing that I was a commentator for this league, because I'll be one of those damaged cars at the moment.
Jonah put... I'm sorry if I butchered your name though, I do apologise whoever this is in the chat. But they just put, tomorrow we are racing here on LMP2 with in the rain. Going to be a crazy race.
There really will be a crazy race, and it will be streamed on this channel, so if you would like to be notified when that is live, please just subscribe and hit the bell icon, and it will tell you when we stream our GT3 league and many different leagues, such as the LP2 league, which it will be quite fun tomorrow. I'll definitely watch that in the rain here at Watkins Glen in the LMP2s. So far, so good. ESR Sind leading by 2.6 seconds and extending that gap to Kiwi Lad and extending his gap to his teammate, which is crucial for his championship. It's still early days, still very early days of this season, but so far so good for Sind. James, oh, and the McLaren goes straight through the corner. A bit of a weird one.
Let me have a look. There we go.
There he is. There's the boy. Unfortunately, now down in 9th place. He lost 7 positions now for this Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Should be unfortunate for him.
Just 1 second, quickly. I'm just gonna quickly check something, guys. We're back. Literally, just gonna say this. No, we're not. No. I don't know, guys, for you who it is, but we have. Apparently racing right now, only 13 drivers racing.
13 drivers only racing, so another person has retired. Off the top of my head, I don't know. Is it one of the Nissans?
I think it might be.
Actually, no. I think it might be. I think it might be purple and blue Nissan, I believe. That's one of them. There's another one, because I can see the green and blue Nissan over right there in this shot. But so far, we'll have to find out information in a minute.
Let's go back and look at our leader.
There is our leader for this GP here at the Watkins Glen here in America. As he's catching up to lap traffic here, he is doing very well for himself. Extending his gap now to 2.4 seconds ahead of Kiwi Lad, keeping his pace and managing his car really. And Shiskata has left the session apparently. I think that was one of our drivers that retired, unfortunately. But Sind extending his gap very well, maintaining his gap and maintaining his car very well. He hasn't had any spins yet, and I wonder how he would deal with this traffic as the Merc is up ahead. We can see one person in the pits at the moment. As you can see, that's Merc, and that Lamborghini does want to get past him as soon as possible, as he doesn't want any exploits to his gap to Kiwi Lad. So far, quite good. It was a hectic start. It's been quite good, I think, and yeah, great GP so far.
Yeah,
What do you think, James, of the start of this?
Yeah, it is very good. This race is, yeah, really good. I think if you look at it at the moment, Sneaker is one of the guys who is looking very racy.
He's looking very racy against his teammates. And yeah, he's looking very good. I think he wants to stay with his teammate, get the slipstream, and try and catch up to that Nissan in front of the two Bentleys and get on with it. And he goes for a little bit of a look from my angle, quite a Tokyo Drift Turn 1 style, but unfortunately I think that might be the game. Unfortunately, next round we are still in America. We are actually at the road. We're actually the road America.
That'd be very good.
Next week. It will be. Very good race for round 6 of the second leg of the season. That will be very, very good, and to see where Sins will be in the Drivers' Championship. Will he be further away from his teammate, or will be closer to his teammates? Then we'll just have to wait and see, as we still have around about 25 more laps to go. But that Bentley is definitely catching up quite rapidly towards the Nissan now.
Fox has pulled away as well. If you can see there, look, he's pulled away from Allo Champs quite rapidly there, and he's closing in on Kiwi Ladlard.
Yes, very well spotted there. He is pulling away from Allo Champs. I mean, they were fighting right at the start of this race, around about lap 4, lap 3. Them two were fighting, and yeah, he's pulled away now. As we see the two Bentleys right on the back of that Nissan now, they want to pass him quite quickly here. Maybe the slipstream might be able to help them going down this straight here, as we see the Nissan try to go a little bit defensive in the middle of the track. Unfortunately, I might not be able to get him into turn 1 of it. I might have a look at the Nissan go defensive. Make sure he doesn't let any silly mistakes happen. This is a very fast part of the track. Try to keep it flat as much as possible. And hopefully the car's downforce and chassis will be able to keep you on the track, heading down to a right hand, to a right, left, then right. And his teammate in the Bentley goes a little bit wide, which I believe is Slaker. But maybe he might be able to get him for the next few quarters, or even get even closer. You can see him trying to make a little move, and he goes down the inside. He's got a little crash there, and he has, and Jesus, that was all. Now he's left the position, so, and now his teammate goes down the inside, does it a little bit more clean, a little bit of tap there, but he's done it more cleanly than his teammate, and he's through. But the Nissan straight back at him. Unfortunately, again, I think the Bentley is just making those brakes red hot going into the next corner as they left hand turn. This is just the final little part of the track as we head onto the straight where the Bentley might be able to overtake. Javier might be able to overtake this Nissan. Slaker done well so far, and Javier's off. Javier is off. He's spun, and he's put something in the way. He's hit something in the front of the pit lane, and will he get penalised for that unless it despawns? I would love to know, because that is blocking the track. He has moved something, he's blocking the track. You can just see a little bit on ESR Fox's car. You can just see on that left hand side that bonnet is just coming a little bit off, a tiny bit. I don't think it'll affect him too much on performance, but it might be able to feel it a little bit. But his gap to Allo Champs is kept maintained. It is now just 2 seconds away. James, still with us?
Yeah. Next car he's going to overtake is the Mercedes, the lapped car Mercedes, and then for your leader, I would say in about a couple of laps for your leader, he'll lap your next car, which is Hijack of Sweden.
Hijack of Sweden is doing But not doing too great today. Had a little bit of an incident on the first few laps here at the Watkins Glen, and unfortunately it's last place. Well, 12th. So not very good. Is that? No, I don't think Harry Butter's here today. No, he's not. After winning in Monza, I would have thought he'd been here today. I thought it would have been a great mood to be in today, but unfortunately he's not.
Let me have a look. 1 second.
Oh, he is. He's last.
Yeah, he's last.
Ah. After coming back from Monza, winning, I thought it would be a right good mood to have another win, but no. Fortunately, he's last in this Grand Prix. I don't think he'll be too happy about that.
He's about to get lapped by Fox in a second.
Yes, he will be. Unless he's already been lapped. No, he hasn't. He'll be lapped in a second. So far, so good. We have 22 laps here at the Watkins Glen remaining here in the GT3 Super League. So far, so good. Pit stop phases will be emerging shortly. Lap 16, 17 I believe, halfway through the race. I suppose that'll be when people start to make their pits. Make it to the pits. The Ferrari and the Audi had a little bit of a fight there, I believe. Boston Row, yeah, he's now past Allo Champs. Allo Champs is losing pace. He's losing a lot of time now. What are you thinking, James? What do you think's wrong with him?
I have no idea, really. I just think, I don't know, maybe he had a little bit of contact somewhere, maybe losing a bit of time because of that. But there doesn't look anything wrong with his car though, so I don't know.
I don't really know either. I mean, it was like 6/10 off of the Lamborghini of Fox, and now he's 7 seconds off of them. So what's happened? What has really happened? You just calmed down and just thought, okay, well, can't get any worse than 5th. Maybe just think of that.
Yeah, but if you look at the moment, you can see that he is letting Boston get away a bit, because it's now just over a second.
Yeah, already, and it's still in this. And it's only one sector from the past that was made. Very weird. I don't know if he's just turned down his pace or he's actually got damage on that car. Maybe suspension damage. We just do not know. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We won't be able to message him and find out the real reason. Sind has now extended his gap to 4.4 seconds to Kiwi Lad. Unfortunately, Kiwi Lad, I don't think he's going to be able to match that pace. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be his best position for this Grand Prix if he can just stay in front of his teammate Fox, who is just 3.2 seconds away. Do you think it'll end like this, James, or do you think there'll be some controversy at the end?
It depends, really. I think there may be some controversy at the end. I'm not entirely sure, really. It depends on what actually happens, because at the moment it looks like it could just be the top 3 staying the same at the moment in this one.
Definitely does look that way, and we'll just have to see when it happens. I believe this is the leg 2 of the season. In the leg 3, write this down on your calendar, whatever you want to do. On the 2nd of the 5th, which it will be May 2019 at 8 o'clock in the UK time, or if you want, so you just gotta, if you don't know, Google it and you'll be able to find what time region you're in. There will be a 24-hour race, but it will be 120 minutes, so it'll be a day cycle of day to night today. So it'll be a 24-hour race around Spa-Francorchamps, which will be very interesting to see these cars in the dark. Don't think we'd see them too much. I think we'll only be able to see the headlights. Luckily we got this user interface to tell us who's who, or we would literally be guessing at that point. Hello champs. Still keeping to Boston. About 1.3 now. Still keeping to him. We'll just have to see how his pace develops throughout the Grand Prix. So yeah, should we talk as everyone's died down a little bit? Shall we talk a little bit more about the new game coming out, the F1 2019, as the news is being announced today?
Yeah, if you want.
One of the big news is that as James pointed out, there will be custom liveries for multiplayer. There hasn't been any career mode specification just yet. We'd like to see that integrated to the game. But the most important thing taken from the trailer, if you ever look at the final second of the trailer, you will find that there is actually, surprisingly, a Formula 2 car. Now, here is the thing. Is it a 2018 spec? Or is it a 2019 spec? That's the big thing, because remember, if anyone can remember, I don't know if you remember, James, but there was a code. There was a line of code of all Formula 2 drivers in F1 2018. Have you seen it or not?
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
There was like a line of code. There was like George Russell, Alexander Albon. There was Lando Norris. There was the Russian bloke, I can't remember his name. But there was Formula 2 drivers in the actual Formula 1 2018 game, which caused quite a lot of controversy. Like, will there be DLC content, or will there be just in the brand new game? As we currently know, it's going to be in the new game. I mean, I find that okay. Do you find that okay? Do you think Formula 2, bringing in Formula 2 cars to a Formula 1 car, be beneficial for the game, or
Yeah, I
would
think
you just not bother with it?
Yeah, I think they should do what the like Project Cars or other games do, where they get like you start in an F2 car, then work your way up in career mode to F1.
Yeah, it's always nice to work your way up, and it actually feels like you actual drive in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're Lance Stroll, well then you have to go through karting and all that. You have to go through Formula 2. But if you're Lance Stroll and your daddy has money, then you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. You just gotta say, please, daddy, I just want so much money so I can buy a Formula 1 team. It's like, if you're that person, absolutely fine. Some people don't have dads to afford those types of things. So people go through karting, Formula 3, Formula 2. So it makes a little bit more of sense and more of an immersive creation of your career mode. And I hope that what was it called? I can't remember now. Custom liveries actually get integrated to career mode, and you'll be able to create your own Formula 2 team and Formula 1 team. So you do your youngster career mode in Formula 2, and then the team would be like, oh yeah, we're moving to Formula 1, do you want to join our team? It's like, yeah. Just yeah.
Yeah, I think there should be like another option as well, where you can just do F1 if you want to just do F1.
Yeah, I think it should be that. I think, because you've got to think, Formula 2, it's going to be a completely different car to a Formula 1 car, obviously. So you got to think, do you really want to drive a car that you really know nothing about around the track trying to learn it, or do you just want to keep, or do you just want to go ahead with Formula One? I think I'll go Formula 2. What would you go for, James, as your starting career mode?
I'll go Formula 2s because they're like quite slow. If you've ever, I watched the thing with George Russell, and he pretty much said the step from F2 to F1 is like a massive jump, and then people think it's like the very slightest of jumps, but it's a quite massive jump.
It really is, and it definitely looks like it. Definitely looks like a jump. Like when you look at it from a person who's watching it, it looks like, well, they're both going relatively same miles an hour. They relatively have the same engines. They relatively have the same brakes. They relatively have some sort of downforce, same as the F1 cars. But as you said, for example, George Russell, he went from a Formula 1 car to a not a Formula 1 car. He went from a Formula 2 car to a Formula 1 car. Such as Lando Norris said in the press conference today at Bahrain. He said the jump also from a Formula 2 car to a Formula 1 car is quite different, and you have to learn a lot of stuff before you could even begin thinking about a world championship. So I think, do you think, in today's standards, do you think there are too many buttons on the wheel, and do you think they should just remove them?
No,
do you think it'd just be like 3 modes?
No, I think it's fine at the moment. Keep it as it is, I would say. But I agree with you saying there's too many modes on the game. There is, but I think it's like fine.
I think what there should be is 3 modes. I think one should be called a slow ass mode. Like you're protecting all the Mercedes that I'm going to look off. There should be one like considerable pace for race, and there should be just party mode. That should just be it.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. Oh, it's into the pits was Boston.
Boston Row is one of the first ones to pit. Also, ID4 gets also pits on this lap. The other champs goes past Boston Row.
We have a comment saying from Tobias, good race so far. Go ESR.
Yep, I'm saying ESR as well. ESN. He's done well so far. He's extended his, he's maintained, he's whatever you want, he's kept it. He's kept his gap to Kiwi lad. And that's the most important thing, I would say, in this race. So far, Allo Champs, I reckon he just wants to extend this gap to Boston Row, because Boston Row has just pitted and he's still in the pits. Is he got damage or what's going on?
Let's have a look.
Oh, and he's out. He's out now. He's finally out. So now he's got to try and chase down some of the time he lost in that pit stop and try and catch up. So Sind, will he be pitting this lap? Yes, he will. ESR Sind is in the pits, as Kiwi Lad actually just stays out. We saw this strategy in Catalonia for Kiwi Lad. He actually stayed out for much longer than the other drivers, and he lost around about 6 seconds overall over about 4 laps. So will this strategy work? Maybe. But we'll just have to see.
I will find out for you guys when it gets nearer the time what the championship standings will be for when we finish, because somebody just asked me that. Can you find out what the championship standings would be if it ends up like this? Yes, I can for you in a minute.
Thank you very much. So, Kiwi Leather trying to extend his gap in that Audi. Some people are in the pits. I think Snake is also in the pits. And yeah, I think that's all the people in the pits. Now, I'm Rich is now out of the pits. How is Javier now down in 12th? What has happened to him? I just feel sorry for him now. He did so well in qualifying, and now look at him. I feel very sorry for him.
Yeah, so I don't know really, which is really a shame. But let me just quickly tell you something here. So it's next round is at Road America. Round 7 is at Daytona road course, and then round 8 is at COTA.
Yeah, and there should be some good races there. Should be some good races. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications. He will let you know when our next stream is for the GT3. He will also tell you where some other streams are, such as tomorrow is the 2019 LMP1 race here at Watkins Glen, and guess what? It'll be raining. You definitely don't want to miss that race. That'll be very good. It'll also be commentated by some great commentators in this league, such as me and James.
Let me just think of this.
But yeah,
I will be silent for a minute, guys, because I'm going to do some quick calculations for you guys. So yeah.
thank you very much, James. Lap 20 here, 13 laps to go. Already past the midway point in this Grand Prix. Gavra trying to extend this gap as much as possible, so we can have a bit of a gap, maybe even catch up to ESR Sind, who is 42 seconds back. So Gavra has got 42 seconds
76 plus
in that pit lane.
24.
He's running the final few corners, as you can see on the map on the right. He's running the fast few corners. It is now a left-hander going down to a right-hander, and we'll see if he pit this lap or if he doesn't. It will be very interesting to see. And he doesn't. Looks like he's still got some fuel.
So,
Still got some fuel in that car.
wait?
Neither Fox is on the pits as well.
So how many points is it for fourth? Is it 18? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking his fourth right now. ESR war. Right, okay, so
So what a beautiful day here in Watkins Glen in America near New York. Absolutely brilliant Grand Prix here. Yellow flag.
Right.
In sector 2, and James, go ahead.
let me just show you something here. I think we have a battle just happening. I think they're actually lapping each other, so we'll just let them. No, are they racing? Yeah, they're racing each other.
Hijacker Sweden. Is that Harriet? Who is that? Snaker? Yeah, it is. Snaker. I think Snaker just got past him and now he is in front of the McLaren. Do you have the championship results at the moment?
Right, so for your top four, if it stays as it is right now, I'm going to go up to the leaders just to tell you what's happening here. So, as I'm just quickly going to turn down you as well, so I can't really hear you much, so I can speak if that's alright.
Yep.
We have got, just to tell you all here today, so as it stands, Sind will be top still with 104 points. Second will be Kiwi Lad, who will be on 102 points. Third will be second in the race right now, who's pitting as we speak, which will be Fox with 100 points, and Allo Champs will move up the order as well. He will move he will move up to 5th in the championship. So that's for your top 4 quickly. So just quickly recap, it is Sins who'll be top, Kiwi Lad 2nd, and Fox 3rd.
Thank you very much for that, James. Very well done with the calculations, quite quick there. As we see Kiwi Lad in 2nd. Did he get overtaken? Did he get overtaken, or what's happened there? Oh no. Wait, what? Okay, the timing went a little bit weird there. Sind in front of his teammate by about 7 seconds, which is great for him. Kiwi extending his gap 41 seconds. It was 42 a minute ago, so able to maintain it a little bit. But at the moment, we'll see. Oh, he's just what? Oh, he's in the pits. He's in the pits. I thought it was time to go down. So what's going on? He's got 30 seconds. Fox Sind is only 30, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Oh, he's getting close now.
We'll check if Sins will get past, but I don't know actually. But here, look, coming out the pictures, Kiwi Lad.
Oh.
This could be tight at the end of the pit lane here.
He's not gonna make it.
No, Kiwi Lad's out.
Kiwi Lad's already out. He's already buggered off. Look at him. He's seconds up the road. He's made up 12 seconds in that pit stop phases. What has happened? Unless he's taken a lot less fuel load.
Let's have a look.
35. Can we check Sind? So no. What's happened?
He took 2 less laps of fuel than Sins did. Crazy.
Jesus. That is quite. He made up 12 seconds in the pit stop phases.
And by the way, just tell you, we started today with 16. We're down now to 12 racers left racing.
Unfortunately, not able to finish off this Grand Prix here today at the Watkins Glen. If you're just joining us, Kiwi Lad have just taken the lead of this GP and gained about 12 seconds in the pit stop phases. Lucky for him.
Good evening, Bowie.
Congratulations. So, please put in the comment section below if anybody would like to ask any queries, any questions, anything. If you'd like to go find our social media, it's in the description below.
And
So,
vote for your driver of the day, because we'll probably announce. Well, it's up to you when you announce that, but we can announce that later for you in this race. Maybe 32.
I think because it didn't really go well last time out, we'll let you, James, do the driver of the day. Yeah.
Alright, fair enough then. But if you guys want to still comment, if you guys still want to comment that your driver of the day, we can do.
That'll be great. Heading in to the final 9 laps of this Grand Prix. It's been a great Grand Prix here today, the Watkins Glen. It's been absolutely great to be joined by James himself. So, thank you very much, James, for joining.
The only real battle in this race is Hijacker Sweden is it Pete? Oh, into the wall. Ooh.
Into the wall goes the Nissan. Doesn't look to have any damage. I think he got away with that one.
There. And that's really the only battle we had, and now that's fizzled out, so there's not really many battles around this circuit. One car that is around here, by the way, is Harry Budder, who is 7 minutes off the leader.
Jesus.
So he's been lapped nearly 7 times, or has been lapped 7 times.
I feel sorry for him. I just feel sorry for him. Winning in Monza and now 7 minutes behind the race leader.
That is crazy.
Very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate.
Let me just have a look at the timings and just see who's at the moment has got the fastest lap. I think it's Sins with a one. Yeah, it is. ESR Sins with a 1:43.8 is the fastest lap of the day so far. Yep.
Yep, that is correct. Doing well so far. So now on lap 24:10, well, 9 laps to go as we ride on board with now Boston Row. Going all well for him. At the moment, we will announce, well, James will announce the driver of the day on lap 32 out of 33. Absolutely brilliant. Just need to do something real quickly. I'll be back in 1 second. James, you share your beautiful voice.
Okay then, everybody. Sorry that I've been interrupting the other person tonight. I do apologise, guys, for interrupting tonight. I sometimes do that. I do apologise. If any of you did feel like we were interrupting each other a bit too much tonight, I do apologise. The only real battle we have is for the lapped cars here as they into the pits comes Pete, is it Pet there, and Ibwich has got past him. That's the only real battle we had. It looks to me like that will still be the only battle we have in this race. It looks to me like Javier here is the next car who needs to be a bit quicker here. So, is it Peds? Yeah, so Peb can get through, so we can get past him here, but I don't think he will be able to get past him. But he may do here as he comes to the line. These are lapped cars here, but they're still battling to the end of this race. They don't want to come in that position they're in, and he's done it. He's got through there. It wasn't a good pit stop at all. It wasn't from that car here, and it means that he could lose another position yet to his teammate yet. He may do this, but his teammate's bottled it. No, his teammate's left him for dead there. So no, he won't lose it to his teammate because it's nowhere near them. But he is close enough here he is to try and get to the car in front, but I don't think he will, as the gap to the lead has come down from 7 seconds to 5 seconds. It has, which means that there's somewhere the front driver has not got in the locker, which I don't know what it is. But let's just quickly stop on a battle now for you for the next couple of minutes, and it's going to be the Snaker and Hijacker Sweden battle, which is not really rising, but it was close, the closest battle we have on circuit still. Here it is, so we'll stick with this for a minute for you. Here we will. Driver of the day, guys, if you want to comment your driver of the day, then comment it in the comments. I will be casting the vote though for the overall driver of the day, but you guys can still comment in the comments the driver of the day, and we will read it out. Totally will. But look at this, the lead gap is coming down dramatically. It was 6 seconds, as I said. It was 7 seconds. It's now 4.5. that has gone down literally about 2.5 seconds. That is what you would like to see from the lead here. Leader not racing the quickest because he knows he's got a gap, but then second pushing to the end to try and get the lead back here, which will be what you'd like to see. Same for Allo Champs and Fox. He is trying to catch up with Fox here. He's got the gap down to 4 seconds. It was like 6 seconds a second ago, but it's got it down to 4 seconds here he has, which is amazing to see. Here it is around the circuit, but that's really it really. There's not really been many battles at the moment, just everyone's just trying to consume their fuel. As we just looked now at some fuel for you here, Allo Champ's got 27 laps of fuel left. Leader got 24 laps. That is 2 laps more than Sins and 2 laps more than Fox. So he's just thinking, I've got more fuel, I can burn it off. But it's gone down to 3 seconds now. Look, we're now down to 4 seconds dead on here. This could be a race to the line. It looks to me like it could actually be a race to the line here. This is close. I wouldn't say it's close, but it's looking closer than it has been. Jesus. If you guys do, of course, want to comment, just comment your driver of the day, guys. I will pick one of yours. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, I think it will have to be the top of this race at the moment. How he's just done it, I do not know at the moment. There is a little battle coming across the line. There is a battle somewhere on the circuit. I'm trying to see the battle here with Ibrich. He was close enough to the two cars in front, but he isn't anymore, which is a surprise. But the gap has gone down to 3.3 seconds. It was, as we said a minute ago, less than that. As you can see, we're going to go on board quickly with this car here, and you can see the leader in front of him now. We couldn't see the leader a minute ago. Now we can see the leader clearly in front of him, and it looks like to me that Sin here is looking to get past Kiwi Lad. He is here. He has 6 laps to go, so he knows that he can do this. He can get up there. It's now down to 2 seconds. Something definitely must be wrong with the Kiwi car at the front of the field then, because the gap is coming down every single lap. Here it is. Here. But yeah, it's nice to see what's happening in the next couple of rounds as well. As we do head to Road America next. Then we head to Daytona, and then we head to COTA. Lovely circuits, I've got to say. They are brilliant circuits. Hello to all of you who are watching. Our links are in the description to this channel, so you can go and all that. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. But look at that. The lead gap is down to 2.3 seconds. It was, as I said, 3 laps ago, it was 6-second gap. In 2 laps, he's got it down to 2 seconds. If the other commentator comes back, that is going to be amazing. The gap has come down dramatically. Wow, that gap is coming down very rapidly. Here it is, everybody. Hello to everyone on all of this. But as you left and as you're back now, just to say to all of you who are here, we have a battle for the lead. Back on it is now. As you can see here, Kiwi Lad has and signed close together again. Is it Sind has got the gap down from 6 seconds to 2.2.
Hello James, I'm back. Sorry for the long delay in going, anything's happened in my absence.
That's absolutely fine. I've just been saying, guys, and I'll tell you now, Kiwi Lad was 6.9 seconds ahead of Sind here, but now he is only 1.8 seconds ahead. I don't know how it's happened. It's only happened in the last 4 laps. So it's the gap for the lead. We're back on with a lead battle then for the last couple of laps.
This is what we saw in Monza last 2 weeks ago. We saw it happen when he lost the lead in the dying stages of the Grand Prix when it was dry. Yeah, is he just wearing out those tyres too much? Has he got not enough grip? We'll just have to wait and see, really. See what happens. What do you think is going to happen, James, heading into the final stages of this race?
Well, I really don't know in this one. If you can see, look here, Kiwi Lad has 18 laps of fuel, and Sind has 16 laps of fuel. So the fuel is pretty similar, but I think Sind, with the pace he's got, I think will easily get this one.
It really does look like at the moment. We'll just have to wait and see as the race goes on.
Because look, he's coming to the line now to start lap 30 with 4 laps to go. It truly I think it does mean that he could actually get past. Because look, the gap's come down to 1.4 seconds.
It is getting scarily close for them too, I think. Kiwi will be having a little bit of a seizure at the moment, I believe, in that car. But it's going to get very close towards this end of the Grand Prix with only 3 laps to go. I think it would be devastating. I think Kiwi would be devastated if he lost this Grand Prix with only 3 laps to go. I would definitely be. I don't know about you, James. Would you be upset if you lost it with 3 laps to go?
Yeah, I'll be devastated with this one. People in the comments are putting, I think Kiwi will lose the lead again, and Thomas has put go ESR. So everyone's rooting for Sind here to get the win of this race.
He's doing well so far. He just needs to keep a cool head and he will win this.
But we do have a...
Hopefully.
So,
Yes.
we do have another scrap as well, which is for 3rd, 4th and 5th. I'll keep an eye on that as well, just see if the gap's actually closed down on that. But the lead gap is what we're focusing on at the moment.
Yeah, that's what we're really focusing on. This is the real battle that is going on currently, ready for this final stages of this Grand Prix. And it's only 8/10 now. Only 8/10. I am quite excited for the final few laps here.
Yeah, because it's as you left to go somewhere. It was as I would said, it was nearly 7 seconds, and now he's pushed that down in about 4 laps. And here he goes then. Here he goes. Look at this. He's about to be on the back of the car. Look, he is on the back. Let's go on board and see if you can actually get there and do anything. Back to you.
Oh, it's going to be tight. It really is going to be getting closer now, heading through this chicane. Might be able to lose a little bit less downforce for this corner. He's trying to keep as much speed, but you can just see he's just gaining. And look at him go. He is looking for that move, and he's looking for that move quite quickly now. I just wonder where he's going to make that move.
To be honest with you, I don't know. But it's 0.
It might be on the straight.
Yeah, it's 0.2 now, and here he goes.
Oh, and he blocks, and he's pushed him. Yeah, there we go. He's absolutely fine. Heading up to the final few turns, heading onto the straight. The straight will be the most controversial because you got that downhill turn 1, and I cannot wait for that. That'll be very good, I think.
Just to quickly say that the gap from 4th to 5th has gone down to a second now. It was 2 seconds a second ago.
Really is dropping at the moment, and I hope this can just continue throughout the Grand Prix.
2 to go.
James, while we have this battle going on in the background, your driver of the day.
I don't really know at this one, but it looks like it's I'm going to give it to Kiwi Lad for the pit stop there, where he got into the pits. We all thought he was going to be overtaken, and he kept the lead on that one.
Thank you very much. And yes, that really was a controversial for this race results, and 12 seconds he gained in that pit stop. So I don't know how he did it. It'll be a mystery from now on, but he's done extremely well up to this point, and hopefully he can keep on going.
Oh, Sin there nearly hit the back of the car there. Somebody just put in the chat. Oh,
he's off.
Wow, that's changed everything there. It has.
What happened there? I turned my head for 1 second to look at my monitor. So my computer's green, and I just turned back and Fox is in the wall. What happened there?
I have no idea. But no, if you just Sin changed the tyres, you think? Do you think? Yeah, I do totally think that Sin changed his tyres on the lap. Oh, and Sin's hit the wall again.
And he's gone.
And there we go. It means Kiwi will win this race. Wow, the battle we need to focus on now then is this one. And it's Boston.
Yep, we do.
It's Boston, and who is it?
Hijacker. Is it Fox? No, it's
Allo Champs.
Boston Row. Allo Champs and Boston Row both fighting for 4th place here in this Grand Prix, and Ferrari right on the back of that, and he wants to find the position, wants to find an open gap, wants to find a little mistake from him. Where can he find it? Will he find it on the straight, or will he find it in this final part of this Grand Prix? A better run through here will be much appreciative of Boston. Here we go down the straight, the Ferrari with the slipstream. Probably, and he's not, is he going for a go? And he's going to go down the inside. He's got him. He's got him. Boston Row has got him down to turn 1, and what a move. Move of the season so far. Broke a lot later And what a move that was. Well done to Boston Rowe. He's now moved up to 4th position. I don't think we'll be able to chase down to Fox, but so far, Kiwi Lad, if we could just ride on board with him. He's going to be coming around this final few corners here, just the right-hander here, and then about 3 more corners, and guess what? He is going to win the Grand Prix. He got rejected in 3 Grand Prix. He got rejected in Catalonia. He got rejected at... what was the last Grand Prix? Monza. Thought he was going to get rejected today, but no, he hasn't. Kiwi Dad has won here in Watkins Glen GP. Congratulations to Kiwi Dad for his fantastic win here today. ESR Sins will be coming home in 2nd place and does pick up driver of the day. Unfortunately, he just lost the car in the final few laps.
But look at this, the gap to the car in front was closing, but here they come then. Fox, then it was Boston, and then Aloe Champs.
And it'll all end in the top 4 there. Done really well, Aloe Champs. Kiwi Dad, look, there is the beautiful R8. And what a Grand Prix he has had today. No donuts at the moment. Sind disappointed with himself, I believe. He was pole position, he was fastest man on the track. He was doing so well, and just one mistake cost it all. Fox, can't really say too much about him. Hijack of Sweden comes home in 6th place in the McLaren. Not a bad day for him at the work. In the works, McLaren, not too bad for him. Ibridge in 7th. And yes, that will be your results there today. Thank you, James, for joining me tonight for the commentary here at Watkins Glen. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
That's absolutely fine. Just 1 second here. So we will have a change because Boston Rowe overtook Aloe Champs near the end of the race there. So Boston Rowe will be up to 5th position in the championship now. So finish, if my calculators are correct, Sin top, Kiwi Lad 2nd, and Fox 3rd.
So here are your results for the round 5 here at the Watkins Glen International GP. Kiwi Lad winning the Grand Prix after his pit stop phase of gaining around about 12 seconds to ESR Sins. Unfortunately, having some mistakes in the final few laps unfortunately cost him the win. Fox coming home in 3rd place. Javier was the most, I think, disappointing because he did so well in the qualifying stages on pole position. Then he got a 1-place grid penalty. Unfortunately, having a little bit of a spin in the Grand Prix. Unfortunately, having to end his race in 8th place. But what a race it has been. Thank you so much everyone for joining, sending in your comments. Thank you so much, James, for joining me tonight, commentating this Watkins Glen GP.
It's absolutely fine.
If you would like to, thank you very much. And if you would like to know when we are streaming, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications. It'll tell you when we are streaming. When we are streaming different leagues, this league, or maybe when we upload a video. So my name is Ethan Jones. I was joined tonight by James. It was an absolute pleasure to commentate this race here today at the Watkins Glen GP. Have a good evening. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.